What is up, fight fans, and a happy new year to you all. 2026 is here. It's January the 4th, and I am going to do my first video of the year. I think it's quite fitting that I talk about the goals, my 2026 goals for the channel. So I'll give you 5. They're my 5 goals for the channel, not my personal goals. I've got about 100 personal goals. I always set, I'm a big New Year's resolutions guy, so I always set many personal goals. I don't really achieve all of them, but at least some, which is good, and I like it. So I'm going to do the same for Ringside with Roy for this channel, and I'm going to start off with goal number 1, which is probably the most likely to be achieved and probably the most important, and that is to post at least one video every single week. Consistency is key. I think that is the aim of this game, creating content, being on YouTube and whatnot. I'd like to branch out into other channels. I also don't want to only do stuff in the car. I'd love to do stuff from my office or anywhere else, but yeah, one video a week I think is totally doable, and I think it will only benefit the channel to get more content out, and it won't overwhelm me. And also, I think January is like a tough month for content for boxing, because there isn't that much going on. There are some really good fights, and I will be speaking about them. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson, Moses Atoma versus Jermaine Franklin. But yeah, I definitely think as we get to February, there'll be a lot more to talk about, because there'll be a lot more fights that'll be made. There's also dream fights that I want to speak about too for 2026, so I'll get that video out hopefully very soon, before it's too late. So goal number 2 is to go watch more live boxing. So it's been a long time since I've been to a fight. I used to go watch a lot of small hall shows at leisure centers and stuff, and I would be happy to do that again. I used to go to Bracknell Leisure Centre back in the day, and I'm in an area quite close to that. So yeah, that's a goal that I think can also be achieved. I'd also love to see a stadium fight. Come on, AJ Fury, make that fight so I can go buy myself a seat with the gods up in the sky, the nosebleed section. But yeah, I would love that more than anything. And yeah, York Hall, definitely want to get to York Hall this year. There's always good fights at York Hall, some of the best prospects. It's such a historic venue. I'm lucky to be so close to such a historic venue, so I'd love to go there. Goal number 3 is to interview a fighter. I have not interviewed someone in a very long time, or someone, a boxing personality at least, or somebody in boxing. So the last time I interviewed someone, it's funny, was in 2023. I interviewed Eddie Hearn. Now, it felt like yesterday, but it was a long time ago. It's 2026 now. And I interviewed Eddie Hearn at the Conor Benn versus Chris Van Heerden fight up at the MEN Arena in Manchester. And that was the last time I asked somebody in the boxing realm a question. I want to get back to that. I definitely want to... sorry, there's a cop car coming past me, and he's gone. Cool. Or there. Could have been a lady driving. Anyway, so the last fight I interviewed was Michael McKinson, and that is almost shameful on my behalf, because I used to do a lot with SA Boxing Talk. That's who I interviewed them for, which is a South African channel. My good friend Hayden Bruce Jones, he actually got me into boxing broadcasting. He's doing really well in South Africa. He's basically the Max Kellerman of South African boxing. So yeah, check the channel out. It's a massive plug for them. They do amazing things and growing really quickly. But yeah, I definitely would love to interview someone, and that leads me swiftly onto goal number 4, which is to, if I could, I don't know how achievable this is, but I'd love to get on someone else's podcast to chat boxing. I love talking boxing. I want to talk to somebody about boxing. We can ad-lib, we can have a specific show in mind, but I'd love to just talk about the weekend's fights, or any big topic, and it doesn't matter how big or small the channel is, or what type of medium is. I just want to talk to a like-minded person about boxing. There must be somebody who wants to talk to me about boxing, and not just myself talking to the camera. But on that note, I'll go to goal number 5 very, very quickly, the final goal. And what type of goal setting exercise would this be if it wasn't, sorry, it's very sunny here in the UK, or at least where I am, so yeah, I shouldn't be complaining, but the sun is in my eyes. So what type of goal would this be if I didn't have a number of subscribers that I'd like to hit for the channel? So I'm currently on 30. It's a very small number, but I've only just started. I think I started the channel about 3 weeks ago. So it's 10 subscribers a week, not bad. But yeah, I'd love to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. You can help me get there. Please subscribe, let me know. All the best. Have a blessed Sunday.